Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello, this is Lesley Ormsby, psychic medium, healer, teacher of spiritual and mystical things, and so much more. So part of that so much more is that I do is these reads and or messages that come through from your energy, from spirit, but also through the cards. Whether today I'm using the tarot cards and the angel oracle cards. Energy oracle cards, sorry, not angel, but there are angels in there as well today. And also there is a crystal that I've been drawn to talk about with you that may help be really helpful through this next week, which is the 15th of July is today, and so it's a Wednesday, and I put your guys and girls videos out today for use on Wednesdays. So so this is for you. So anyway, where am I going? So so I just want to say thank you. So, and if you haven't subscribed, I invite you to do that now. And also I just want to say a quick thank you to those of you who have liked and followed my Facebook page. So and the reason why I'm encouraging you to do to subscribe to my channel is because I'm shifting a lot of the videos over to my YouTube channel and creating videos, but different ones, slightly different ones on my Facebook page as well. So there's going to be a little bit more variety and stuff that's going on that I've been working on, or Spirit have been working on over these last few years, months, weeks, and that sort of thing. So, and I'm finally nearly ready, and they've been waiting for ages. So, but anyway, it's coming into fruition. So then, on saying that, I feel like there may be for some of you that you've been working on a project that is, or projects and movement as well. So it's not just me. I feel like they're talking about a lot of yous at the moment are going through a similar process, or you're nearly ready to launch something. Okay, this is the words that I'm hearing is launching something. And so, actually, I'm drawn to this card. I was just going to cut it. I don't normally cut like these and shuffle the cards, but that is the Fool. Okay, so the Fool is there's like a leap of faith that you may be needing to take, or you may be at a stage where you've already started, for some of you, doing something, and somebody might have said something or done something where it's might have held you, made you rethink or double think things. So what I'm hearing is like Spirit is just saying, like, stay true to yourself. Okay, listening to your intuition, not somebody else's intuition. Okay, it's good to take note of some things, but people saying it's in the background, but it doesn't mean to say we have to do it. Okay, so you will hear me saying we because I'm an empath. I will talk as though I am the sign that I'm working with and doing the reading for, so that's why I'm saying we. Okay, and sometimes it is generally we, the universe is all inclusive at times. So, and because we are, we do things, not just me, not just you, and that we there's maybe some things that are similarly going on. Okay, but this is about you, Scorpio, and I feel like this is like what they're talking about. You may get waylaid with that, but this is about you. This is about your journey, and how you do it. Okay, how you need to do it for you, as is with everybody else. However, there's just draw me back to you again. Okay, so there may be something where you're maybe taking into account too many opinions and that sort of thing, or you may be feeling overwhelmed with it. So it's like and like they'll just see it. It's just like not throwing it all out the window, but just taking what you need now, if it's appropriate or if it's valid or whatever, because this is about honoring yourself, basically, excuse me, and just putting the rest away or discarding them, whatever you feel like. But it's like doing it with from a place of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure, especially the love part of that, because some people, people think they, are helping us at times, and some people do mean well. It might not come across like that, but we don't need to be offended by it, because it's like that becomes our shit then, and it's just and not just their shit. So it's like just processing that. Okay, okay, take a breath. smile, and then move forward with your project in the way that you need to, okay, for you. And some of that other advice or information may be helpful along the way, okay. Anyway, so I just want to go back to my spiel again. So anyway, so these reads are suitable for whether you're Scorpio and Sun, Moon, or Rising, and or Venus. I don't know why I keep saying and or, but it's or Venus. So if you don't know what your other signs are, then check out the description box below. There's a link to a website that will that has a calculator, a free calculator that will that will work it out for you and give you a little bit more information on that as well. So also I just want to say I am available for booking for readings and or healings via online or in person. So and once again, my details are in the description box below. Okay, so also, I think I covered the subscription thing, so subscribe to my channel thing, like that blurb there. So let me see. So first of all, first out the door is the Four of Wands. So there is a time to reap rewards. So there's some sort of celebration going on or something that you've achieved, and it's like, I feel like you've put a lot of energy behind it, and now it's time to like see, when they hear talking about like a time to reap rewards, it's like there is, to see and to realize whether that actually you realize the work, the time, the energy that you've put into it to get it to where the project or the I say project because it's all encompassing, to where it is now, or the movement of where you're wanting to go. So there's either some work, obviously you've done some work on yourself, and because as you've just kept moving and moving and moving. And I say it's obvious to make it obvious, and Spirit is saying it's obvious because it may not be obvious to you, some of you, is that actually you've worked on yourself, and you've pushed yourself, you've challenged yourself in moving, emotionally and figuratively and physically. You've pushed past some barriers emotionally as well. So and not just spiritually. Okay, so in a spiritual way where you've just thought about it, or you've just you've actually felt it, and some of it you've felt it in the physical sense as well, because it's like you've done running, you've run to work through it, or you've walked to working through it, processing it as well, and with that energy. So there is there's a lot going on there. So they're just wanting to say, because I'm hearing like pat on the back sort of a time as well, because you've moved through something. So that seems to be the theme for this week. Okay, so today is the Wednesday, the 15th of July 2020. So from this week to for the next week or two, I feel like this is to recognize what you've done, from where you've come been to where you've from where you've come from, or been to where you are now, and how you've got there. How you've got there. So, and that's. You've reached like a pivotal point, because these two fell out on two major arcanas have fallen out, so come out together. So the Emperor is about authority, ambition, and material stability. So there's something and then we have the World. It's like I feel like you've realized there's some sort of realization with you about what you need to do to get to moving forward in your life, and you may have felt or something shifted in the way that you feel, that when you think, and that when you that you've felt before, some of you in the past. It's like you've had a little bit of a holiday, well, not really a holiday, but you've had a time in your life where you've been healing and processing, and that, and it's like you maybe not have done a lot with with say your business, in the sense of growth in business or work, and that sort of thing, but something is coming around. You've worked towards something new, and it's something, and you've pushed yourself, challenged yourself, and looked at yourself and built a new relationship with yourself, with some of you, and it's like you've ended up like it's time now to reap those rewards and to see it, acknowledge you and the work that you've done on yourself. So whether that is to do with yourself personally, you'll see some milestones within you and some achievements that they're talking about, and whether it be like for you your personal growth, or something that you've like achieved in your life, like a dream It could be like you've got like a vision board or a dream board that's up, and it's like you've you know, accomplished some of those, or you're starting to see actually that now. And there's also some of you's it could be to do with a career, some sort of study that you're moving into the career now, or a business of some sort, and that you've been working towards. So it's like I feel like a lot of you will see that, because we have the world there as well, and there's a completion of achievement as well. So there's something that you're moving along that you can see that actually this is doable. You can do it, more so now than what you did before, or you did before. Bloody hell. Or you do, you know, for some of it's like you do see it now, okay? So it's like I've got all these, you know, 2 or 3 people that are working with me, and it's like they all want to say the same thing. And it could be like going back to the other part there, like there could be, you know, 2 or 3 people that all wanting to say the same thing or do something, you know, offer you advice or counseling or whatever, or suggestions and things like that. But it's like, well, hang on a moment, you know, but it's like I say, it's just like not, you know, just cancelling out or discrediting any of it. It's just like, you know, just, it's like you don't have to follow any of it or do any of it. It's just there, okay? And it could, because I feel like you have, a lot of you already know where you want to go and have your plan, and that's fine. And they may be valid, not right now, but in the future, okay? So, because I can feel and hear and sense a little bit of frustration going on there, okay? And then there is the Hermit. So patience and maturity and prudence is in there. So there's something, you know, with the Hermit usually, you know, is, you know, they usually tuck themselves away for a little bit, and go into hibernation for a little bit. So, and that's okay. So you might find yourself not really going out as much, because you're looking, you're feeling, you're understanding more that actually you don't mind being on your own as much as what you thought you did for not all of you. So like I say, this won't resonate with all of you, but I feel like there's a good portion of you that you will understand this. And so, but you've tucked yourself away, and because you're wanting to get on with this project or these projects and get on with your life in the way that you need to get on with your life, with some input but not a lot at the moment, and that's just where you are. And I do, because the door, something is changing, and that because you're understanding more about the quiet time being, you know, the quiet time is a good time, and like to pull back your energy and, you know, go into that space where sometimes we do need that quiet time with our feelings and our emotions and our intuition, so we can understand how we can apply it and to grow, you know, our connection with others, with ourselves and with others, but also, you know, with our intuition and creativity as well, and how we're going to do that. Or how you're going to do that that's a really good place to be, to create that knowingness, or find that knowingness, that deeper sense of inner knowingness within us, okay? Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And because I could see here that the success and enjoyment in the 9 of Pentacles. So there is a completion of a phase or a cycle that's coming to end. It's like you can see it now more so. There's just following on from that. So something must happen where you get a little bit more confirmation about, you know, what you're doing for you, is you're on the right path. With whatever it is, and it's just in the understanding of knowing who you are on a deeper sense, and there's something else that comes here, welcome change that might be disruptive with the Knight of Swords. So that's kind of where I feel like that's come out with the 9 of Pentacles. So with that, so there's something that, you know, that might come up to help you with a new idea within whatever it is that you're doing, or somebody may come in, you know, this male energy. It could be a female energy, depending on how you look at it for you. So doesn't necessarily need to be a female on that horse that night. I mean, a male on that horse could be a female. But there's, but I'm hearing like masculine energy come through. And when the night comes through, there's usually something like that is moving. They're a shaker and a mover as well, in all the suits. Doesn't always, like, you know, with a couple of suits, it's like, you know, it's not always you know, swift. But with the Sagittarius and the Knight, the Swords, it is, okay? Or it can be. So, there's a lot of action there for you, Scorpio, and a lot of energy there. Beautiful. So I kind of feel like they just say, like, just, okay, woman holding a heart, 44. So there may be, some of you may have, there may be a woman in your life that is holding your heart. So it may be a mother, you know, mother, sister, could be a partner, or somebody, somebody that you're wanting to make your partner, or whatever that is. What it could be, you know, when I say mother, I feel like some of you may have a mother energy that's in spirit, or a wife, or a sister that, you know, that holds, you know, holds your heart as well, that will dear to you. So 44 is like, that's a, you know, that's about grounding and security as well. So this person here may not necessarily be in spirit, they may actually be in the physical as well, and maybe there's, you know, offering you some sort of grounding or security, in not just the physically, but spiritually and emotionally as well, okay? And to help ground you or bring you back to some sort of grounded or levelness, okay? So 4 for me is security, like direction, foundation, stability, whether in finances, or either creating one or being in one. So, and, you know, because we've, you know, when we, that's like for the grounding and that sort of thing, because it connects me with the base chakra. Okay, and that's all about stability, foundation and ground. So you're either building one or creating one, or you might be in one and there may be changes and you may be thinking about sharing that. I'm not sure where you are with that. Okay, this is interesting. Number 25, deceit. So there may be something that, you, for some of you, there may be a little bit of deceit somewhere that you may be feeling it, sensing it, or you may be a little bit shying away from it because of that, because you've... because you may have experienced it before in the past. So, which means with this, it could be something to do with this woman of the heart. So with those two coming up, I'm thinking, you know, there may be, okay, it may not be obvious to some of you, but maybe for some of you it should be obvious. But I'm thinking and I'm feeling and I'm sensing that the message that bringing through, it could be, you know, within a relationship of some sort. So it's about shifting that energy. So because 2 is about relationships. So there could be someone coming in. You may be bringing someone in a relationship-wise, a partnership, a friend, or your space in some way. But it's all about, 2 is about relationships and how we relate to others and how they relate to, and them to us, basically. But also, I feel like there's, you know, the deceit there could be, you know, the relationship could be like the relationship with yourself as well. So, and 5 is all about energy. So, and everything is energy and vibration, basically. So it's about, you know, getting the balance right, or best, you know, keeping it in a high vibe energy. So, and you keep your vibration higher. So when you see through the bullshit, basically, that's what I'm feeling, I'm hearing with that, is with all of the stuff that, the cards that have come through and the stuff that's come up. It's a, there may be, your radar may be up that you're seeing through some deceit. So whichever way, or you may have been hurt by deceit. So depending on what is going on with you in your life, will depend on which way you will look at that, okay? But there may be, I'm hearing for some of you that this, the woman holding your heart, for some of you may be the fact that you may be either needing to cut them loose, or some of you is allow this person in, so you can achieve that. And it may be that, you know, some of you have been burned before, okay? So for some of you, you're indecision. So there's the number 8, okay? It's connected with that indecision. So she's standing at, so interesting, she's wearing a red cape. So it's like, it's keeping grounded in that, grounded in your decision, and not letting yourself get too carried away with your emotions and your feelings with it, okay? With you, when you're doing that, when you're making your decision. So number 8 is about infinity and knowing yourself as being the infinite being. So of whatever it is that you want to create, because it goes back to 7 is about creation and learning about yourself or ourselves as being the creator and manifestation of money, business, relationships, whatever it is, okay, that we're wanting to do, be, or have, and or give in our lives. Cool. So there's a lot to take in with this lot today, this week. So anyway, I'm going to leave that with you now, with lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement, and adventure from my spiritual team, the angels and the guides, and also the sign of Scorpio. Okay, then. Anyway, we shall see you next week. So let me know how that went for you. That'll be really cool, and I will see you next week. Okay. God bless you. Bye for now.